Hello and welcome to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And guys, today is going to be a learning experience for some of you, and some of you already know these skills or already know about these skills. You may want to tune out for today. I hope not. Watch the video, have some fun. Support the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification, subscribe. I say it at the end, but some of you don't watch that long. But guys, we're going to learn 3 of the most basic things that you need to know if you are going to have a knife out in the woods. Now guys, what kind of knife are we working with today? So you may recognize this knife from where we wrapped it in one of our previous videos. Guys, not gonna lie, I don't do that on this channel. I don't lie to you all. The wrapping got loose and I took it all off and I rewrapped it like this. So guys, if you want to see Walmart's cheapest knife rewrapped like this, let me know and I'll do that video another day. But guys, this is a nice, solid belt knife. Clips onto your side if you want it. Guys, we're not going to be fooling with this very much today because we're going to have our knife out and working with it. So, before we even get started with knife work, there are 2 things you need to be sure of. 1, make sure your knife is sharp. A dull knife is worthless and will get you hurt because you're going to be pushing really hard and then boom, it's finally going to come through and it's going to whack you real good in the hand, or maybe cut somebody else if you're in close quarters. But guys, if you're using a knife, make sure you are using a sharp knife. And also, when you're using a knife, always, as much as you can, cut away from yourself. Because if you're cutting towards yourself, all it takes is boom, and then you have cut your hand. And guys, there is a scar on my finger because I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I cut my hand and it ended up being 7 stitches and a trip to the hospital. Guys, not a fun day. If I'd have been cutting away from myself though, that would never have been a thing. But guys, the first thing that we're going to learn, we've got us a stick here. It's just a stick, but it's big compared to what we would want to start a fire with. Now guys, we're going to make what's known as feather sticks. Now guys, you can do this 2 different ways. So to make feather sticks, all you need is to cut really finely into your stick. And I'm not a master at this, but you will make little feathers like that. You just keep on working it. Keep on working it just like that. And before very long, you're going to have a bunch of little feathers there. That will take a spark very nicely. And also, when you're doing that, if you don't have a super strong hand, if you can't do this with one hand, use your other thumb to help push on that blade. And you will have more control over it. Don't use both hands. Don't grab hold of the thing and be doing like this. That's a whole different tool and a whole different way of doing that. But guys, I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to show you the second way to do this. But I'm going to have to put you down on what I'm setting on. I'm going to have to put you on the chopping block. Be right back. All right, guys, so I've got you down on our block here. So you're like, well, how does this work? Well, first off, get a really good hold on your knife and stab it into your block. And then hold your knife and then use your other hand to make your feather sticks. Guys, this allows you really good control. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but you can see you can make really nice feather sticks with this. You can just sit here with it. It's not very hard. And you can make feather sticks very quickly. And you can keep doing this at a reasonably fast. I mean, you can make feather sticks in no time flat using this method. The knife is away from you, and unless you lose track of it, you will be able to make feather sticks no problem using this method. Guys, this is easy. You can break that off and boom, there's your feather stick made. And you can make them over and over again. I'll show you the difference. So here's the feather stick that I made beforehand. I've broken some of the pieces off because they were really fine stuff. This is the feather stick I made just now in front of you. Took no time whatsoever to make that. And boom, you're able to get a fire going. This is great. And you can do this over and over again. Like if we drop this and we need several fire sticks, which you normally do, all we do is restart making our feather sticks. And you can make them as long as you want. You make nice, big, fine feather sticks fast with this method. But guys, that's just the first thing that we're doing. So what's the next thing we're doing? Well, guys, I'm gonna get you up where you can see me and I will show you. All right, guys, so what's the next thing that we're doing? So the next thing we're doing is we're gonna turn this bigger piece of wood. This is probably 2-3 inches around. We're gonna turn that into firewood. But you say, are you just gonna sit there and chop at it like that? False. Nope. Guys, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a stick, just a regular old stick. It's smaller. We could pick this up. It could be on the ground, you know, whatever. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold our knife still. We're gonna take our stick. We're gonna hit our stick. Hit our knife. We're gonna hit our knife in. We're gonna angle it the opposite way. And we're gonna hit our knife in again. If I can get it to stay still. Now guys, we're beginning to make our way through. But this does take a minute to do. Just because you can do this doesn't mean it's easy. We're doing what's known as batoning. We're taking a piece of wood and driving it into another piece of wood. Okay, so let me show you what we've got. So we've got a little notch here. So we're finished with our knife, but we're not finished with our stick. So what you do, you can either baton all the way through like I was doing, or you can find, but we put our piece through. See, we got our piece in there. And we're just gonna try and leverage with the trees and break it off, just like that. But guys, if you found 2 stronger trees, you could do that easier. But guys, we're gonna move on to skill number 3. All right guys, so the last thing I'm gonna teach you as a basic knife skill is how to make a notch. Now guys, there is a plethora of notches to make. I'm just gonna show you how to make a basic notch. So guys, we still have our wood that we've cut down off screen, and we've got our whooping stick, our batoning stick, if you want to be very particular. So guys, the first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna make a basic notch. So what I need to put a limited amount of boom into this and cut it, half or a little less through. All right, so we're probably a little less than halfway through. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna set our knife on top and we're gonna baton down. And we're gonna try and chip it out reasonably close to where we cut. Get our knife back in that hole there, and boom. We've got part of a notch made. But guys, I want it a little bit deeper than that. So what I'm gonna do, first thing I'm gonna sit down. Because, boys, it hurts to be on my knees. But we're gonna take our knife and put it in that same spot and baton it some more through. And then we're gonna set it on top, and boom, just like that. We've got us a reasonable notch made. So guys, we have to use 2 pieces of wood for this. So, what a shock. We're gonna do the exact same operation. There, she finally split out. For whatever reason, that last little bit was holding on forever-ish more. All right, guys, so we've got 2 sides of a notch made. What we're gonna do, we're gonna marry those up. Boom. You take you a piece of line, piece of rope, cordage, whatever you want to call it, and you can now take 2 pieces and make things with it. In this case, we're not really making anything, we're just showing you how you might make something. But you can see, in no time flat, we have something that we can work with in the way of, this could be the top of a tripod. We could have a Y stick right there. We could make this the front of a shelter. We could use it for that purpose. But guys, as this is, you know, unless I put a lot of force on it, it's not going anywhere. I'm not going to full on tie it, but you can see it's there. It's not going nowhere. I said I wouldn't tie it, but I think I am. You can see that's there. It's not going anywhere. Except over there. So guys, I didn't tie it as tight as possible. It came loose. Shoot me. But guys, that's 3 basic skills that you can use with your knife to do quite a lot of things, because you can turn wood like this into something with just a knife. All you need is a knife. You just baton that knife through anything. Like we've got some leftover wood. We could take our knife and quickly baton our wood into kindling in no time flat. And then we can use our knife, stick it in our piece of wood with our piece, and we can work on making ourselves some feather sticks. Or we could not be making feather sticks. We could need a notch, and we could cut all those feathers off and make us a notch eventually. But guys, that's all there is to this video. These are 3 basic skills that you can use with just a knife, and this is Walmart's cheapest knife. And you saw, I have been beating the fire out of it. It's fine. This piece of wood's all to pieces, but guess what? We're in the woods. There's lots of woods. So that is not going to bother a thing. But guys, that's all there is. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification. And I'm going to say it twice because it's so important. Subscribe, guys. It's so important to me. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And with your help, we can do it. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.